Good morning. Hi. I thought I had a clip to put my hair up, but I don't, so oh well. How is everyone? Are we all doing well? I hope so. Veronica says, morning, early after a late night. That's not nice. That's not good. Okay. So I know I showed this yesterday, but I want to make sure that if anyone doesn't watch the whole video, that I'm still wearing my pajama shorts. Look, they've got lemons on them. That's why you can see it. But to make sure that even if you're just jumping in today, you don't really miss anything. So I'm just going to quickly recap what we did yesterday for the prep work. So what we've done is we've just done a really simple back stitch. And we've taken these triangles here and we've gone from the tip of this triangle to the tip of this triangle. And then the tip of this triangle to the tip of this triangle. And the reason that I've done it this way is because these here need to be offset. So technically, if these were right next to each other, they would be called the brick stitch, because the brick stitch are offset like bricks. So if you look here, the middle of this one goes right to the middle of this one. Or the end of this one, I should say, goes into the middle of this one. So they're just offset a little bit. So I'm just gonna quickly do the rest of the outside just so that you can see how I've done it. So literally it's just the tip of the triangle to the tip of the triangle, tip of the triangle to the tip of the triangle. So we're just boom, 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 like that. All 6 strands all the way around. So let's quickly do that. And if you've already done this, I'm sorry. But it does take quite a while because you have to do both rings. So if you see, I've already done the inner ring, and then you also have to do the outer ring. And then these are the things that we're going to weave around. And the zigzaggy triangle lines are there to show you where to go next. It's not that this is tricky per se, but sometimes it can be a little bit, you can get a little bit turned around. Also, my sticky solvy sticker is coming off, and you can see that I didn't put it on there central. I put it down a little bit low on this side, and it's like shifted down, So I'm gonna have to do, when we do the outside, I'm gonna have to do a couple more than you guys, just as a disclaimer. I was looking at it earlier when I was doing these, and I was like, why is mine so weird? Like I have a lot more space in some areas because I didn't put the sticker on right. And you can see that it's like losing its stickiness the more that I'm working with it. It's coming off. I'm hoping that it's not, like this is already a little bit closer because the sticker wasn't flat on there. So just make sure that if you're using the sticky solvy to keep pressing it down. Okay, let's get my turbo stitch on here. Go a little bit. Oh, thank you, Melanie. She said, I love your nails. Also, thank you so much for all of your kit orders yesterday. I'm so excited to send them to you. So they're all ready. They're all packed. I just have to finish writing the pattern for them. So they should be out either next week or the week after. So they do say 1 to 2 weeks until I ship them. And that's just because I have a couple little finishing things that I want to add. And then I think I'm going to add some videos for them as well so that people can go on YouTube and watch, stitch them up at the same time, So maybe I'll do some lives next week, stitching up some of them, and then you guys can see. How it's done. Hi, Carrie. Joe. Melanie says, I want to order the Christmas kit. I like the Noel one. Oh, I had such a hard time like putting them together. I'm not gonna lie, because I do like my favorite ones when I drew them were not my favorite ones when I stitched them up. So I was a little bit like, oh, what have I done here? Hi. Yes, Mom, I did do my nails with the Dipwell kit. They do last longer than the gel ones that I was doing. Veronica says, I liked both, but we'll probably need to pick. You can always get a kit of one and then do the pattern of the other when they come out in November, the end of November. So you can always think about that as well. You just won't get the fabric with the patterns, obviously. So you might have to source your own fabric. Hi, Angela. She says, I miss you. I miss you too. How are you? Okay, so I've done the whole outside twice. Obviously, I got a little bit astray over here because my stickers lifted up, but that's totally fine. I'm going to end this now because we need to get an extra long thread for the weaving part. So make sure that you don't have to start and stop with this. Like I said before, you will have to be a little bit more careful because you really don't want to get them all twisted up and stuff. And just for reference, I'm going to zoom out again. This is all the thread I have left from my first skein. That's it. And I have a couple threads over here that are 3 strands, but that's all I have left. So I've literally used an entire skein for this. And to be fair, I still need to go around a couple times for this woven wagging wheel because I can see the spokes and that's not happening. So I'm going to get my other one out. I'm still using ecru. Obviously, you could do the lines in one color and then do the weaving in a different color. So there's that. That's completely up to you, whatever you would like to do. All right, we are going to use 6 strands again. Just make sure that you pull a really long, a long thread out because you really don't want to go back and have to re-thread your needle and get more strands and blah, blah, blah. You really don't want to do that. Angela says, great, holding down the coronavirus wave 3 here in Hong Kong. School has started. Cool stuff you're doing. Love seeing your work. Oh, thank you, Angela. That's so nice. That's so nice. Oh, coronavirus wave 3. Oh, yeah, I'm just south of Birmingham, and they're saying that we might have to have another lockdown soon. Just because people are not following the rules anymore. I feel like they're just tired of it, They're a bit like, I don't want to do this anymore. But hold fast, hang in there. I keep telling people it's not that bad, all right? Like it's okay. It'll be okay. All right, I'm going to zoom back in so that you can see where to start and stop and how to follow the weaving part. So with this here, let me just use the blunt one and I'll kind of explain it to you. We're going to come up down here on the inner ring, and you're going to slide your needle under this one and just tuck it in. That's how we're going to start. And then we're going to follow these zigzag lines. So we're going to go this way, under. All right, so slide your needle through, and then we're going to go around this way, the same one, and slide your needle through. And then we're going to literally follow these. So we're going to go around this one and then around this one and then around this one and then around this one. So this is where the weaving is. And you're going to leave a little loop. You're not going to pull it super, super tight. It's the same thing with this right here, is that if you pull it really tight, then you're not going to get those nice loops. So let me show you the example one more time. It's just here. And you can see where, let me see where I've come up because I messed it up when I came up. So here I went over this one, over this line, this stitch, and I should have tucked it under right next to it. And instead I came up right in the middle. So there's my first mistake. But look, these right here are literally your zigzag lines, and you're gonna go around and then under, and then around and under, around and under. Okay, so let me just put the needle up through the back, switch to my blunt needle, and then we can do it together. So like I said, I'm gonna tuck it up under here, like that. 6 strands, and I've got my knot at the end. I'm just going to swap my needle. I feel like I need to sneeze. It's very long. My thread's very long. You do not need to have yours quite this long, but I'm really afraid of running out, so I really don't want to do that. All right, let's zoom in a little bit more. I make sure that you can see it on the screen and not in the comments. All right, so we're gonna go and follow this triangle, the zigzag line, this way. Okay. And then this one right here will go under both of them. See, told you. It's gonna be really long. But we don't want to put it like this. We don't want it to be too tight. If you like it like this, that's fine. Do it like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do what you like. I quite like to have the loop still showing and the loop on the top a little bit like that. But if you don't like it, or if you think that's too much for me, I can't commit to making the loops every time. That's okay. Okay? So obviously this would be better if you could turn your hoop around every single time. But mine's in the hoop stand, so I'm going to try and make sure that I keep it the same so I'm not turning it. So for this one, we're just going to follow that triangle. So we're going to go around this one. Okay, and then under both of these. Oh, my thread is twisted. Do you see it? Okay, and then we'll do the next one. Ooh, don't do that. You don't want to split your threads. You don't want your needle to go through the threads that you've just done. So you really want to go underneath both of them. Yeah? And now we'll do the next one. Do we have any questions so far about this? That's just me doing the threads of the sticky solvay. Hi. Hi, Carrie. Do you know what I was just thinking that, Melanie? I was just thinking I didn't actually tell the name of the stitch. I've written it down. stepped running stitch. That's what I've written down for it. Oh, thanks, Carrie. She said, I love the new hairdo. If you missed it, I cut my hair not last night, but the night before. Ooh. And then I'm not gonna lie, David was like, yeah, just do it. Why not? Like it'll grow back. It's fine. It's all good. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It'll grow back. It's fine. And then I like chopped it off, and it was so much that I chopped off, like so much. And I was like, what have I done? Why did you let me do this? Why did you tell me to do this? This was not a good idea. Why? Why did I do this? Oh, it was very interesting. And then I like feathered it out and made sure that it wasn't like super blunt, and like, because I do have a lot of hair, like a lot of hair. Okay, so this is why I said you might want to do the prep work before, because blame isolation. Do you know what? Like, I haven't even been having that much wine recently. I can't even say like, oh, I was drunk, so it's fine. Like, no. I got those fancy champagne glasses, and so I have like a little bit of wine and a little bit of sparkling water, but it's like a fourth of a glass of wine. It's so small because the cup is so small. So like I'll have like 2 of those and be like, it's time to go to bed now. So I can't even blame it on like, oh, I was just drinking a lot. Like I just had a lot to drink and just decided it was a good idea. Nope. I only had 1 of those champagne flutes of wine and sparkling water. So I had a fourth of a glass of wine. Yeah. And then I was like, just sobbing, thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? I'm going to look so horrible. It's never going to grow back. Oh. It's fine though. I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it. But I definitely thought that perhaps I had made a mistake for a very, very, very long time that night. But it's okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. So yeah, that's why I was saying that this right here does take a long time. Oop, I should probably put it on the screen, eh? It does take a long time to weave them in and out. You want to make sure that your thread is not twisted, because obviously I have a really long piece of thread, so it's really easy for it to get twisted. And what I mean by twisted is like when it goes like this. So this is the thread being twisted on itself. So you just want to, you can either take the thread like this and twist it in the opposite way to untwist it, or you can just let your needle dangle. So I've been doing that periodically, just let it kind of dangle. Okay, the other thing I was going to say is that if you have a long enough needle, you could go all the way through here and this one at the same time. Just make sure that you're doing the right, weaving through the right ones. Do you know what I mean? So you could, because I'm doing, this is 1 stitch, this is 1 stitch, you know, this is 1 weave and this is 1 weave. But what you could do is do it at one time. If you have a long enough needle, sorry, I've bumped it. And if you think that you can go under all of them without snagging them. So obviously me with my sticky solvy, I probably shouldn't, because I know that it's just going to get me in trouble, isn't it? I told y'all before, I really don't like working with this. It's very convenient. I can like feel you guys like rolling your eyes like, oh, we already know. It's very convenient. But for weaving, do not recommend. Melanie says this is really pretty. It is, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, it is really pretty. And I've been meaning to do this. I wanted to do it with a sweater. So do these stitches, but like stitch up a sweater. But then I saw that Stitching Sabbatical did a lovely pattern. I think it's like a fox or, oh no, it's a koala. And the koala is wearing a sweater. And it's so cute, but she uses some fun stitches to fill in the sweater. And I was like, oh, I really can't do that because she's literally just come out with this like sweater pattern. But it was going to be like a girl cozied up with a sweater. It was going to be really cute. But I thought, you know what? I could do something else with it. So that's where this came from. Okay, so it is slow going. It's already taken, I'd say about 15 minutes, and I've only done this much. Yeah. Now, because on this side, like I showed you before, my lines were closer together, it's going to look a bit more squished. So let's just put it straight to the camera. So this right here, you can see them a little bit better. And here, they look a bit squished together. And that's totally my fault. It's just because I stitched the lines too close. So if you had yours more even, then it's going to look more like this all the way around instead of being squished together like mine is. So there we go. Do we have any questions or anything like that about this one? I know it's a bit repetitive with the weaving. Not much to see, you know? Just me weaving. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to show you how to end it. Or tell you, because I'm not there yet. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Do you see that? Don't do that. I've just caught one of the threads. Don't do that. This is also why we have an extra line here, because we want to leave space for all of these loops. So if we had something that started right here next to it, then you wouldn't actually be able to see the space of the bag in between these hoops, in between these loops. Thanks, Veronica. She says, I love the look. Yeah, it'll be good. And this is something that you can work on. Like, you can do the lines for now, and then you could do the weaving like later when you're watching television or something. Because I said it's very repetitive. So in order to finish, I'll show you with this scrap, this little piece of scrap. I won't actually go like into the fabric or anything, but pretend that I've been weaving, yeah. Let's see here. Man, the blunt needle really makes a difference, eh? Got the window open and a gnat just flew in. Ugh. Okay, so pretend that I've just been weaving, yeah, and this right here, that's gone away, and I've got this end. I've just been weaving all the way through. I've just done it all, okay? What you're gonna do for this one is you're gonna go, let me zoom it in so you can see. Yeah, you're gonna go over the first one that we did, but under this one. But don't get all twisty like I just did. Okay? And then you're gonna go down right where you went up to make that loop. So let me just push it down. I can always take it out later, you know? Don't go through the knot. But that way you won't be able to see where you started and stopped because it's going to look like you've just continued all the way around. Does that make sense? So just pretend that this right here is already done. So this right here is what you need to focus on. So we came up to start the weaving here, this thread here underneath. And then to end it, we've gone around here, over this first one, under this one, and then we've slid it right underneath of there. Okay. Now I have to undo that. But yeah, that's how you end it. So all we're really doing is just hiding that stitch so that you cannot see where it starts and where it stops. Okay, I'll do a wee bit more and then I will leave you for the day because really it gets repetitive, you know? I say it over and over and over. I get repetitive, but that's pretty much all it is. Veronica says it makes sense. I'm hoping that doing the triangles on there kind of helps you to see where to go next because what's it called again? I already forgot. The stepped running stitch. Now that's just the one that I found that was like the closest to what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You know, can't be right all the time. Anyone else, like when you work around the hoop and you don't turn the hoop, it happens with satin stitch as well. You get a little bit confused, like now I'm like, oh, where do I go now? Because before I was working up here, so it was like a different angle, and now I'm working here, so it's like backwards. But I do the same thing on satin stitch. I like to have it a certain way when I'm stitching for satin stitch. Oh, what's happening here? I got my jump rope yesterday. I know you guys are like on the edge of your seats with anticipation to see if I can jump rope or not. But I got my jump rope yesterday, and it literally rained all night, so I couldn't jump rope when I got it. And then this morning I woke up and it was raining as well, but now it's dried up. So I'm gonna see if I can do some jump roping. So that'll be fun or horrible. I don't know. We'll see. But the girl that I follow, her name is Lauren.jumps. That's her Instagram name. And she's like jump roping all over the place. Like spinning, crisscrossing, like doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know, man. I don't think I can do that. I would just be happy if I could get the jump rope to go under my legs and jump at the same time. You know, like if I could just do one. Nope. What am I doing? Practice. Melanie says I have to practice. Man, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, to be fair, I got 2 jump ropes for like less than $10. So it's not like I'm gonna lose a lot of money if I get them and I cannot do it. But at the same time, I feel like it'd be really good. I read that jumping rope is like equal to, like 5 minutes jumping rope is equal to running an 8-minute mile. So there's your useless fact of the day. We had plastic ones. So I got one with like rubber beads on it. They're not like, they're like weighted a little bit, you know, so that, because I tried doing, David has a jump rope and it's just like a plastic string, you know, just like this, but plastic. And I couldn't get it to like go around, so it just felt like trying to jump rope with like a limp noodle or something. Like a piece of spaghetti. Do you have to do a continuous 5 minutes of jumping rope? I'm going to aim for like 2 minutes, to be fair, like right now. But if you look up the like benefits of jump roping, it's meant to be like really good for you, like rowing, or what was the other thing? It's like better for you than rowing, and it's really good for like your cardiovascular health, which, to be fair, I really need because I just sit and stitch all day, you know? So that's probably what I need to do. So that's why we got the cycle bike, because we do have actual bicycles, but because it's always raining, it's a little bit like, what are we going to do? You know, it's not really sustainable for like an everyday activity. Guys, I'm almost done. Give it a go. You never know like what you can do. Like, I don't think I can do it either, but Jamie T, who comes on here sometimes, she got into jump roping and she posted a couple of pictures of herself, like the videos of herself. And obviously, like, I mean, she's only just started as well, so it's not like it's, you know, 100% pro or anything like that. But like, she's done it for maybe 1 or 2 weeks and she's getting so good. So I think you just, you know, do the best that you can and try to like do some jumping, and I reckon I'll be like proper sweaty when I'm finished as well. Carrie says this stitch is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is, do you know what? It's a lot of faffing, I'm not gonna lie. It's not one of those where you can just put the stitches in like boom, boom, boom and be done. You really do have to follow the pattern, and you really do have to, you know, remember, first you go here, then you go here, then you go here. But I'm hoping that with the zigzags, it kind of helps a little bit for you to figure out where to go next. But also, after you've done it a bit, I think it's going to be, you know, easy to kind of zone out. Carrie says, whoop. Carrie says, I have my stitch along I did near my bed, and it's the last thing I see every night. Oh, that's so sweet. Do you know what? Like, the best part of this, I'm not even kidding, is you guys being so proud of what you've done. Like, it blows me away every time. Are you going to the magical market? So I'm doing a magical market. It's all sold out, so you can't go if you're close. You had to have gotten tickets beforehand. But it's on October 3rd. I'm so excited. I've got wood slices. I've got some kits I'm bringing, some mini kits. I'm so excited. Got some personalized stuff as well, so you can get like your name on a wood slice or something like that. I don't know why I showed you guys beforehand and then just finished all of this. I could have just shown you how to finish it now. The constellation wood slices. Yeah, they're so fun. To get like your zodiac sign. So normally with those, I will do all of like the universes first. And then if you want, say like you're a Libra, that's what I am, then you can say like, oh, I want a Libra. And then I will make it right there, for like draw it on there for you. So that way, if there's like 15 Libras that come, everyone can get one. Does that make sense? I might do, I've been playing with it for a while, some little like Mickey heads with people's names on it. That might be quite cute, like the balloon, you know, like you get at Disneyland. Go away. There's like a little gnat and it just keeps following me. So now I'm going to finish. I'm just going to poke it right back down where I started. Carrie says, I swear it looks better and better as time goes on. Even the bits I didn't do perfect look perfect to me now. Do you know what? And the thing with this is that it is a rattan bag. Like it's modeled after a rattan bag. And those rattan bags are never perfect. Like if you look at them, they're all kinds of, you know, wonky and messed up because they are actually woven. So this is kind of like the perfect thing for people because it looks really difficult. Obviously, when you do your knot, don't pull it really hard or you're going to pull all your threads on the front. But there we go. But yeah, if you really look at them, there's mistakes all over the place. But you know what? When you look at them as a whole, they look amazing, don't they? They look like, oh, wow, woven bag. It must have taken ages, blah, blah, blah. And it probably did. But it's not perfect. And like this right here is not perfect. Absolutely not. But it looks good, I think. So that's it from me for today. I think I've talked and faffed about enough with this one. So sorry for that. Make sure you're tagging the Barmy Fox and the Barmy Fox SAL as the hashtag. So I'm trying to go through in the evenings especially and leave some likes and leave some comments. So this is it. So tomorrow will be the very, very end, and we're going to do this line here, and we'll cover up all of your buttonhole or blanket stitches that we did on the outside. So tomorrow you might do kind of 4 layers, you might do 8 layers. It just depends on your basket. So this is where you can really fix anything that's happened. Like if you had a little watercolor bleed or anything like that where it's gone away, like way out of the circle, I mean. Or if you've got a lot of bag left over like I do because I made my circle too big, then there's that as well. Because if you look, this right here is the last circle. So really it should have been, you know, way shorter on each side. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely Thursday. And I will talk with you tomorrow. All right? Bye.